everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Elevate with C&M Coaching. My name's Maggie. Thanks so much for joining us here today. I have a great call of the week this week to share with you guys. I don't have a ton of introductions for you about it. I think the call kind of speaks for itself, so let's just get into it.
How can I help you?
So basically what this greeting sounded like if it wasn't scrambled is this. ABC Motors, can I help you? And that's it. So no opening to the greeting, good morning, good afternoon, thank you for calling, nothing like that. And then also completely skipped over their name. I don't know who I'm speaking with. So instead we should say, thank you for calling ABC Motors, this is Maggie. How can I help you today?
Hi, I saw a 2010 Acadia on your website. I was wondering if you knew approximately like what the payments would be on something like that.
Yeah, let me switch you to one of the sales department, all right?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
I am deleting 30 seconds of hold time. And this is not hold music, this is not advertisement, it's silence. 30 seconds of silence. Now, here's the thing 30 seconds might not seem like a lot of time, but it is when it's silence or horrible music. So, hold time generally feels like double, which means I felt like I was sitting here for about a minute. What you didn't hear is what I deleted at the very beginning, which was their phone tree. Thank you for calling ABC Motors. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for payments, press 3 for service. I pressed 1, which means the person who answers the phone should be the person that's going to help me. But as you can hear, he's now transferring me over to sales, something that took 30 seconds of silence. Now remember that hold time always feels like double, so we need to minimize our hold time the best we can.
Sales department, how can I help you?
So this is my first time speaking to this person. They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. I'm going to be developing my entire first impression based on his greeting because we've got those first 5 seconds, right? I would say thus far my experience hasn't been that great. The phone rang. I got their phone tree. I pressed 1 for sales. I sat on hold for about 4 rings before the first person answered. His greeting was subpar. Then he transfers me, even though I pressed 1 for sales. Then this is the greeting that I'm getting from this person. So remember, full and complete greetings every time you answer the phone, even if they spoke to your receptionist and that person transferred the call to you. This is your shot at a good first impression. Use it wisely.
Yeah, I saw an Acadia on your website. I was wondering if you could tell me like approximately what you think payments would be on something like that.
What year is the Acadia?
It was a 2010.
Oh, okay. Probably anywhere from 350 to 400 a month.
So first things first, this person has no idea what my name is. They have no idea if I meet their basic minimum requirements. They have literally no information from me other than the question I just asked. So instead I would say, that's a great question. That vehicle is actually really nice. That Acadia is gorgeous. It's been super popular since we've gotten it in. Let me just make sure that it is still available for you. Now, while I'm checking to see if it's still here, I'd like to get you pre-qualified for our in-house financing program. Do you have a reliable source of income? Great. Where do you work? And do you have a valid driver's license? Perfect. Make sure you bring that with you. We'll need that. Last thing I need is just a piece of mail to prove your residency. Do you have something you can bring us, like a utility bill or a phone bill, something recent within the last month or so? Excellent. Well, we're off to a great start. What's the best number I can reach you back on? Is that a home or a cell number? Okay, great. And that number is? And the correct spelling of your last name, please. Awesome. And your first name is? Okay, great. Well, let me double check my inventory and get you pre-qualified. I'll be right back with you. Put the customer on a brief hold to create urgency and drive momentum to the conversation and come back and say, great news, everything looks really good so far. So when are you more available to come in so we can work out the details? I've got time today or tomorrow, which do you prefer? All of that opportunity was missed. He goes right in for price. What if this is significantly out of my budget, but you have 10 other cars that match my budget? This is a problem.
On a short-term loan, we only do like 1, 2, or 3-year terms.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you decide to come in, my name is
Deleting name.
and I'll be glad to help you. Just ask for
Deleting name.
when you get here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
One thing I want to point out before we get into our recap is that I sat on hold longer than my conversation with this person. So my hold time was longer than the actual time he spent talking to me, and that is a problem. He could have offered to give me his contact information at the end of the call, which would have made it a lot easier for me to get back in touch with him. Also, it would have made it easier for me to remember the information so that when I did call back, I could actually speak with him. So there's definitely a lot of things that we're missing in this particular conversation. We didn't build value with the customer. We didn't really talk about what makes our dealership unique or why we would be a great choice. We never made sure the customer met our basic minimum requirements or even asked for any of her contact information, not even her first name. No appointment was offered. We didn't sell our info at the end, as I already mentioned. We didn't give directions to make sure she even knows what dealership she called. Even if she remembers that your name is Bob or Bill or whatever it might be, we didn't make sure she knew how to get here, so she couldn't ask for us when she got here if she went to the wrong place. So these are really typical things that we hear in calls. And I think sometimes the reason we handle calls this way is because we don't know that there is a different way. But there is a different way. There is a better way. And if you call us, phone number is 877 900 9461. We'll help you. We'll evaluate your call for free. We'll listen to it. We'll tell you exactly what we think we can do to help you. But all too often, people are handling calls like the one you just heard. And then everyone at the dealership doesn't realize that we're making mistakes and why our traffic is decreased when really we can take these sales calls and turn them into opportunities. So think about your sales calls, what you're trying to accomplish from them, and then go back and reevaluate yourself. Am I doing everything I should be to make sure the customer has confidence built in me and that they want to choose my place of business and that I've done everything I can to try to earn their business while boosting their confidence in their own ability to get financed? Thank you so much for joining us here for our call of the week. We really appreciate your time checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back next week with another hot topic. I hope everyone has a great weekend. See you real soon.